Yo, what is happening, guys? Nathan back once again with another episode of the Unplugged Freedom Podcast. And in today's episode, I'm actually bringing it, right now it's live, but I'm sitting in downtown Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. And it's Thursday night on April the 29th. What time is it? 9:30 p.m. at night. It's about 12:30 Eastern Time, 9:30 Pacific Standard Time. It's a Thursday night. And it's actually really interesting. Where I'm sitting, I'm kind of sitting within a block right in the downtown core. And this is where our art gallery is. There's a big courtyard here. And I'm just sitting here on the stairs. I bought a burger from one of my favorite places, and I just wanted to check things out. So I bought a burger and some fries, and I was walking down actually one of the most popular streets, which is one street over. It's actually not even that far from here. It's called Granville Street. And so I was walking down there, and it's been a while since I've been here, and it's been a year since we've had this whole pandemic. So I wanted to kind of take a look and see what this city's all about at this time. And it's crazy. Granville Street it's super busy. A lot of restaurants, nightclubs. Normally it's super busy. On a Thursday night, especially right now, it's beautiful out. Vancouver, for those of you who don't know, people who know Vancouver, it rains a lot. I'm talking a lot. And we've had some really amazing weather. It's nice out. I just got a light jacket on. It's not raining whatsoever, not even attempting to. And it's really interesting that where I'm sitting in this courtyard, beautiful downtown in this city here, it's big. You could have probably a good few hundred people in this courtyard in the middle of the city. You got the main road right in front of me. And just watching people, it's really interesting to see what has happened to this city in just a year. You got people walking with masks on, people jogging with masks on. Everybody always seems to be going somewhere. That's what I find interesting, is there's nobody here. There's maybe me and some other guy sitting across the other way, but there's nobody here in this beautiful courtyard to hang out with a few friends, maybe grab something to eat, and here you are just enjoying this beautiful night. You got the buildings right behind us all lit up. It's really nice, especially for those who know Vancouver. You take advantage of these days, these evenings when it's not raining. And so I grabbed my burger, I grabbed my fries, and I just went for a little walk. I was walking down Granville Street, and it was just, there's a few little restaurants. They have their little patio because you're not allowed to eat inside, so they had their patio. And there's some people, eating, but of course there's no nightclubs open. There's nothing, and there's a lot of sketchy people. So many sketchy people. Vancouver's known for its sketchy people. We have the downtown east side, Vancouver. But that's a little ways. No, it's not too far from here, but Granville Street has had its sketchy people. That's normal. But usually it's bumping. It's live. There's buskers playing music, doing tricks. It's a cool little place, especially on a Thursday night when it's not raining. This is a beautiful evening. So I walked down all the way down Granville Street, and I was just observing it, and just how dead it is, and looking at the people who are out. People walking around with their masks on. People driving with their masks on. And I took a little turn, just like a little U-turn, went up the next block and came back. And so then I came back up, and then that's when I came to here, this little courtyard, like right in the heart of Vancouver. And so I'm just, just sitting here observing people, and I'm just so amazed, like on such a nice night, on a Thursday night, April, beautiful weather. We've had amazing weather here in Vancouver. We've got restaurants that are around the corner. We've got beautiful ocean, a few blocks away. Like, even like grabbing a coffee or something, grab a tea and go for a walk with, friends. I had my burger. I needed a place to sit down and eat my burger, and I just said, well, I'm gonna sit on these stairs and eat my burger here and watch the people. And it's interesting looking at one dude right now just wandering around with his mask on. There's a couple, I think they're a couple, relationship goals with that one. She has a dog, and I don't know if it's his dog or I don't know, it's weird. She keeps looking over at him like she's yearning for that attention, but he's not giving it. He hasn't taken his eyes off his phone. And it's just brutal. It's interesting to kind of just sit and watch. And me speaking right now, like, this is the only time that I've actually been on my phone. But I thought it would be interesting to kind of talk about, like, the state of the world and where we're at. This is, like I said, this is for anybody who knows Vancouver. This is super strange. Such a beautiful city, such a busy city, and it's super, super dead. Another thing I find interesting is that everybody's going somewhere. There's a lot of vehicles going by, people walking by, but there's nobody here. Like I said, there's probably just me and some other guy across the way at this courtyard. But everybody's passing through. It's kind of like, you wonder, where are they going? Where's everybody going? Where's all these vehicles going? Where's all these people walking? What's happening? Like, is there a place that everybody's at that I'm not at? Did I not get my invite? It's but to see where people are at during this whole coronavirus pandemic. Nice Porsche driving by. One thing I find amazing is that a city full of people like this, and for someone like me, you feel like you're the only one in the universe. And that's the crazy thing. Because you try to talk some sense into people, and they have nothing for it. Like, you have people driving around with their masks on, walking around by themselves with their masks on. Yeah. It just blows me away, that, and for what? For what? Like, honestly, for what? When there's countries that are out there who are not locking people down, who aren't even really thinking about COVID, and yet here we are. Like, oh, that's because the cases are on the rise. Oh yeah, cases are on the rise. Okay, yeah. Cases are on the rise, but deaths aren't. Okay, deaths are still at a 0.06%. But somehow the cases keep going up. The cases the deaths just seem to stay the same. Yeah. The propaganda is now young people are getting it. There's all these videos of young people putting out their statements and saying, oh, it's one of the worst things that you'd ever experience. You never want to. Don't ever take it for granted. And you're just like, fuck off. Seriously. I just can't with you people. If anybody should have had it or should have died from it, it probably should have been me a long time ago. Since day one, I never followed shit. Me and a lot of my friends had it. We'd go to barbecues, we'd hang out, we'd have dinner together. Yeah, I've like the last time I came to Vancouver, I had people. They didn't even want to see me. They were like, no, not if you're going to be in Vancouver. I'm like, what? Like, how can you even? It just blows me away, though. But it's a really nice evening. I think I'm going to take a walk. See if I can find some more people. See where people's at. See if there's anything else happening. But it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. I almost wish I had like a skateboard or something. That'd be fun. But there's people somewhere. Because there's people driving by, walking by, bicycling by. They're going somewhere. A Thursday, like, that's the thing. That's what I'm really in awe about. Is that it's a Thursday night. Beautiful night. Like, this place should be just bumping right now. Thursday night, end of April, gorgeous, like, heart of downtown Vancouver, and it's so dead. You got sketchy people all around, everywhere. I would say probably the majority of people that are like, say, normal people would be young people, probably around my age. That's probably who I would say I see the most of down here. You don't see like elderly people. You don't see, mind you, yeah, it's 9:30 at night, but still, like, for the most part, that's probably who I see. It's people probably around my age, maybe a little bit older, but it's interesting. Might go for a walk to the water, see what's going on down there. Maybe I'll go for a walk down. There's this other street, Robson Street's actually right behind me. Maybe I'll check that out and see if there's anything down there. But I'm just so fascinated just looking at it and looking at the state of the world, and to see where we're actually at. And to see what people are doing, what people like, how people are. They'll sit by themselves and take their masks off. But then when they get up and they get to walking, they put it back on, and in case they pass somebody on the sidewalk. And for what? Right? For what? That's what you gotta ask yourself, is for what? I saw someone had posted something about the blood clots for the AstraZeneca vaccine. And they said, what was it, 250,000? You have a 1 in 250,000 chance of having blood clots. And I was like, it's funny that you can like post something like that. Like, I could use your same logic and put down 0.06% death count, but for some reason their brain just like turns off on that spot. I don't really get it, but it's it's definitely interesting, that's for sure. There's just no talking any sense into anybody. It doesn't matter what you say. And looking at this, like what I'm looking at right now, and looking at this beautiful city on a beautiful night, and how dead it is, and it's just got the sketchiest people walking around. Am I one of the sketchy people? Maybe. Yeah. But this is what we've done to these people. This is like, there's videos of people attacking other people for not wearing a mask. Can't even speak. Like, that's how brainwashed they are. Is that if you don't wear a mask, they'll attack you. These people are evil. These people are sick. They're fucked. There's so much to talk about, and we're going to talk about a lot, because the direction that we are moving, and as fast as we are moving in, is insane. Slightly worrisome. Like I mentioned in the last podcast, that's my 3 to 5 year plan is turning out to be a 3 to 6 month plan. So I got to be thinking about making some moves fast and seeing what I got to do, and hopefully it's not 3 to 6 months. Hopefully it's, maybe 6 to 12, maybe 12 to 18, I don't know, but at the rate we're moving, it's not looking good. I was talking about the video in the last podcast, and what did they deploy just the other day, and what did I say that we were waiting for was military presence, and bam, we've got military presence. Prime Minister came out and started talking about how the Canadian forces were going to be coming out to Ontario and possibly Alberta. That's like I said, it's, if we continue going the route of that video, we have until the end of this year maybe. So we shall see what happens. It's crazy time to be alive right now. I honestly sometimes wonder, like, it's a crazy time to be alive if you're, say, someone like me. If you're someone who doesn't see through if you're someone who sees through the shit. It's a crazy time to be alive, but I always sometimes wonder, like, what would it be like to be like one of these people? Like, literally, I watched a video today, and the guy was like making fun of the coronavirus rules, COVID rules, and he would like do these rhymes. It's hilarious video. What did he say? He's talking about the rules of COVID, and what did he say? Driving with a mask on. No. Driving. Mask on while you drive. How are you still alive? It was a silly video. He was making all these like funny little rhymes and stuff, and he was making fun of the people. Like, how did you get it this far in life? Like, you people wearing masks by yourself while you're driving. Like, how do you even function? Like, oh, I think I felt a raindrop. And so, yeah, it's crazy. But, like, could you imagine? Sometimes I wonder, like, what that would be like. Like, what would it be like to be that person? What would be going through your mind? Obviously a lot of fear. Like, you're living in such a, like, but what would that fear be of? Like, could you imagine that? Like, you are wearing a mask, windows up, you're by yourself, you're driving down the city. You couldn't be any more away from people. But there you are. Like, that has to be some fear like no other. Mental illness is the new normal. That's the new fucking normal. You want to talk about the new normal? There it is. But sometimes I wonder that. Like, could you imagine being in that person's seat, for example, and like what that would be like? Like I couldn't even like imagine that. I don't even like know where to begin with that. It just like blows me away. Like people are actually, you know, driving around with their mask on. It's just mind blowing. And yet here I am, like, if I could, I'd be walking everywhere without a mask. Like, if you even had the option to, you know, like if they allowed you to have the option to not wear a mask, I would never put one on at all. But they've brainwashed people so much, they have so much fear that they will literally physically attack you like animals. Like how amazing is that? Like you're sitting at the top of the control pyramid. You're running this whole entire world. Could you imagine having that much power that you just turn the people on the people? Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I gotta shake my head at it and say it's beautiful what they've done. Like I can't say it's not. Like what they've done and how they've done it and what they've created is just like, you know, bravo. The system you have created is spectacular, absolutely amazing, and you're getting away with it. There's going to be a few other things we're going to talk about in future episodes. Where when I'm sitting in a spot like this and I'm seeing the cars go by, I'm seeing the people walking by and people while wearing their masks by themselves. But then there's me. I have no fear like that. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, it's like they're in one world and I'm in another world. Like that is the Matrix, 110%. Changed my mind on that. And here I am, just sitting, observing, looking. Like, wow. Is this even real? There's theories that we are living in a simulation, but sometimes I wonder, is maybe we aren't living in a simulation, but maybe I am living in a simulation. I don't know. But when you're sitting here and you're looking and observing at all this stuff, like but the crazy thing is you can't like go so deep down this rabbit hole because you'll literally drive yourself mad. You will literally drive yourself mad if you go deep down this rabbit hole. You're like, oh my god, I'm literally fucking bonkers. No, but it's okay. I would rather take this than to be one of them. That is 100% without a doubt. If you can bring me better information than 0.06%, average age 80 years old, propaganda out the fucking wazoo, you get everything that just doesn't make sense about this whole entire year, and the whole entire country has fallen for it. Millions upon millions of people falling for it. That just blows me away. And I'm sitting here just trying to wrap my head around it. You're trying to find a solution for it, but if you keep looking for a solution, you're going to drive yourself mad. And if you drive yourself mad, well, then you're of no help to anybody. So, I'll leave you with that. Enjoy your night. Enjoy your weekend. Talk to you later.